President Trump promised us that when he was president, we'd get tired of winning. Well, I won't say I was tired, but I would definitely like to have had 4 more years of his winning ways. And he sure did keep his promises about winning. Under Trump, American energy independence became a reality. He approved the Keystone XL pipeline, curbed overregulation by the EPA, and allowed exploration for oil and natural gas. We did so well in 2019 that we actually exported oil to Saudi Arabia. Now we have this illegitimate resident of the White House begging them for oil. It's shameful. Between the wall and strong support of law enforcement, illegal immigration was at an all-time low under President Trump. President Trump brought about the unprecedented peace in the Middle East through the Abraham Accords, bringing together nations who have been enemies for decades. He recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and promised that had again been pending for decades because nobody had the courage to do it. Under Trump, the Dow went above 25,000 points for the first time in history. Before the COVID fears, unemployment had gone down to 3.6%, the lowest rate in 49 years. President Trump's policies prioritized the U.S. military, including the Veterans Administration, something as a veteran myself I care deeply about. Here's one you probably don't know because the press will never tell you. When Trump got word that the U.S. was sending taxpayer money to a Chinese lab in Wuhan, he ordered it to stop, and he blocked funds to the nonprofit EcoHealth Alliance. You know what happened? Crazy lefties insisted that Trump was costing lives. Eventually, some of the funding was restarted, but with restrictions, something no other government had thought to do. No one knew much about the Wuhan lab or had ever even heard of Wuhan back then. We do now. I can go on and on. Space Force, the biggest tax overhaul in 3 decades, criminal justice reform with the First Step Act, defeating ISIS caliphate and killing Baghdadi, and all of this in just one term with the crazy leftist working overtime to tie President Trump's arms and legs and to muffle his voice by booting him off of social media platforms. Then he was misled by Lord Fauci into the resuscitation of Big Pharma like we've never seen. So this is my message to America, but more specifically to my home district here in Central Washington. Stop. Just stop. Stop voting for morons and people that support morons. Stop voting for outright wickedness. Representative Dan Newhouse has voted with Nancy Pelosi and her leftist posse more than he has voted with Republicans. He voted to impeach one of the greatest presidents this country has ever had. Did you know that Barack Obama was worth around $1.3 million when he went into office? And just 8 years later, he was somehow worth $80 million. Meanwhile, President Trump entered office worth about $5 billion and left office worth around $3 billion. He lost money. Choose candidates that aren't in it for the money. I'm one of those candidates. This is not and will never be about money for me. This is about America. And let me tell you one more thing about the 2020 election. This is the reason why we want Trump in 2024. I think there's lots of other great candidates out there. We can name lots of names. I would strongly suggest that Trump consider them for vice president. The reason why we want President Trump for another 4 years, number one, is he deserves it. He was robbed out of a rightful election in 2020, and he deserves to have another term. Number two, and this is the bigger point for me probably, is that when President Trump is under pressure, he bleeds red, white, and blue. You see, when President Trump is put under pressure, no matter what, he chooses to defend America and traditional American values. And that is exactly the kind of person that we need in our White House for another 4 years. And I think it would be great if another great candidate was his vice president, and then they could run for president in 2028. But President Trump is definitely the pick for 2024. So for the midterms, it's time to start winning again. I'm looking forward to being a part of that winning team.